Had a little bit of a weird technical issue there, so hopefully it's all working again now. So thanks to everybody who's in the chat already. But yeah, if you could just let me know if this is working or not, that would be fantastic. But yeah, a little blip at the start there. OBS just crashed. Yeah, hopefully it's all back up again now. Please let me know. Fantastic, you can all hear me. Okay, cool. We will be going live very, very shortly. Welcome to the chat, Fab Kiwi. Hope you're doing well on the other side of the world. St. Louis says hi. Nick Damus, thank you very much for entering the chat. Haven't seen you here before, actually. So St. Louis, I guess that's... Where's that, America? Or is that somewhere else? Please don't kill me if I got it wrong. Let's just go live. I'm just chilling anyway, so let's just go live to the face cam. Hello everybody, welcome back to Go Again Gaming. I'm going to be chilling out and just sorting some cards today. I've got a lot of chaff to get through. Again, thanks for the company. We're doing a lot more of these as time goes on because it's just a nice little chill way to just sit back, relax, talk about Flesh and Blood and other things, and just chill out. You know, if you've got cards to sort, if you're in the office, wherever you might be out there in the big wide world, you're just working away, doing your thing, have this on in the background because, yeah, I just love to chill out. Not too bad, you're saying, Fab Kiwi. Last day of the holidays before going back to work on Monday. That's always a bad feeling, right? I'm actually in work at the moment. I started back in the office 2 days ago, 3rd of January, because we had a bank holiday observation because the bank holiday was on Sunday, or should have been on New Year's Day was on Sunday, so we were allowed another bank holiday. If that makes sense, probably not. Bank holidays are strange. I don't think anybody else gets them. I think it's just a UK thing. Missouri, I'm US. Oh, fantastic. Well, cheers for joining us, Nick. It's just a little chill stream, just sorting out some cards and just getting to grips with all the chaff, basically. But cool. Hope everyone's doing well. And let me just switch down to the other screen. So we've got a few boxes here. You've got a few boxes here of Dynasty, which were given to me by Chaos Cards, actually. They're actually sponsoring the next event, so that's a cool bit of news that I can share. So the Go Again Gaming Open tournament, which is happening on Sunday at 1 PM GMT English time, was actually been sponsored recently by Chaos Cards, my affiliate, and they're giving away a box of Dynasty to me for the prize support for the tournament. Now there wasn't really any prize support intended for the tournament. There was going to be more participation prizes, and that's still going to be the same. The box that they're giving me of Dynasty is just going to be used for participation prizes. So everyone who participates in the tournament, that has been set in stone now. There's 10 people, all playing different heroes. Lovely old job. You will all be getting a pack of Dynasty from this box that was donated to me from Chaos Cards. They've also given me a new affiliate link as well. Go Again Gaming Open 5 is the affiliate link for the month of January, going up till 31st January, and you get 5% off any orders of over £35 on Flesh and Blood stuff, so that's nice. And then with the remainder of the Dynasty packs that we're going to be getting, obviously from this box, 10 out of 24 going to not patrons, to participants of the Go Again Gaming Open 5, the other 14 packs that we've got are going to be given away at the end to both viewers that are viewing the Go Again Gaming Open 5 and obviously the participants who probably will be on the stream as well. So it's going to be live streamed, the whole thing. I've done all the adverts and all of the graphics for it today. I could probably show you some of the adverts that I've done, but that might be spoiling the whole sort of experience that is the Go Again Gaming Open, right? And if you're following me on Twitter at Go Again Gaming AZ, you would have seen a little preview of the Kano one that I did recently. But yeah, that's the catch. Needs to be over 35. Exactly that. Yeah, 35 £35. Needs to be over £35 to get the 5% off for the new affiliate link. But anyway, yeah, we're going to be opening some, not opening, I wish we were. We're going to be sorting out these Dynasty boxes, as well as there's a load more stuff. I'm not sure if you can see it. If I bring the camera up a little bit further, you can see there's a load of other chaff over here. A load of other chaff, a whole pile of Tales of Aria box there, which I haven't sorted out yet. But yeah, a lot of stuff going on. Goblin Reserve, hello, welcome back to the chat. Hope you're doing well. But yeah, again, just going to be chilling out and sorting some cards. Let's just get these out because these haven't been touched since I opened the boxes. I'm not sure. I think the Majestics have been taken out. I think. I don't know. I can't remember. I can't remember if they have or not. But I think they have. I think I have taken out all the actual cards that are worth something already. That explains what happened then. 33.95 a fab for Big Boss's cart was just under. Oh, was it actually? Ah, maybe that's what it is then. Okay. Maybe you have to tell him that then in Discord. If you could, that would be great. I'm gonna sort these out. But yeah, how are you doing, Goblin Reserve? Can't say today, just wanted to say show some love. Have a great stream, my friend. Cheers, mate. Thanks for stopping by. It means a lot. And have a lovely rest of your day. I'm sure we will see each other very, very soon. Well, we'll see each other this year, hopefully. Worlds is a definite. I'll definitely be going to Worlds, that's for sure. Stuff that happens in between that, we will see. Right, so this is a supplementary set, so there's going to be a lot of piles here, isn't there? So Brute, first of all. I'm going to do what you said, Andrew. I'm not going to be picking out all the Brute cards, making a pile, picking out the Warriors, making a pile. I'm going to be doing it as I go, so it makes it quicker, I think. Reinforced Steel. We still haven't seen that being played, right? Remove a counter from a Guardian offhand you control. We haven't seen that being played at all, right? As a token, silver token. Assassin, Runeblade, Ninja. So this is quite a cool space to explore. Come to the calling in Auckland. Oh yeah, that fly across the world to go to Auckland for a calling. Yeah, that would be the dream, wouldn't it? But it's not as easy as that for me, unfortunately, Cameron. I wish I could. That would be fantastic, but it's not as easy as that. Maybe one day. Maybe one day I'll be able to do that. And it's patrons like you that can help me achieve that potentially in the future. Dash. Spectral Prowler, one of the sickest arts in the set, I've got to say. I love the art of this. That's pretty sick, isn't it? I do love the art of that. That's quality. John, welcome to the chat. I can't imagine sorting and entertaining folks at the same time. Yeah, it's very difficult, right? I'm just literally sat here sorting cards and entertaining folks at the same time. Well, that's what I hope I could do anyway. You know, I chat a lot of shit, so hopefully it's okay. But obviously people tune in nonetheless, so hopefully I'm doing a good job. But I do have a soft spot for these just like chilling out and chatting streams, because I feel like if people like my sort of general energy and my attitude and stuff like that, then it's just nice to have someone that you like on in the background while you're doing your own things, right? You know, if you've got your own cards to sort, if you're just working in the office and you're happy to have some background noise, if you're like a British guy that just chats absolute garbage about Flesh and Blood, no meta knowledge whatsoever, but loves the game nonetheless and has a great time chatting to all of his viewers in the stream, then you're loving life, aren't you really? I don't think any of these are Majestics. Are they? No. I think these are just all chaff. Well, I say chaff, but going to be making some. Going to be making a load of like clash decks for this upcoming video series. I'm going to be doing. Haven't had the chance to do any of it yet because obviously Leeds is right around the corner, so prepping for that. Well, I say prepping, just taking Azalea. You know, standard things really. Good evening, Taran Titan. Welcome to the chat. Good evening, Andrew. Welcome to the chat. And again, we are just here sorting through a load of chaff. So yeah, hope everyone's doing well. What's everyone else doing? Because obviously, it's good to know what everyone else is doing, considering this is just a chill out stream. Card sorting. I've recently done my Uprising Dynasty folder all done in set order. Yes, Tarry Titan. So it's just a sort of chilling out stream, just chatting garbage basically, and sorting all this chaff out because I just haven't done it in a long time, and it's just getting to the point now where I need to sort it out because it's just piling up all over the place. And believe it or not, I do like a tidy workspace. I don't like things piling up all over the place, so it's about time that I've done it. Azalea Online can wait for a bit. So I've done that, like 4 weeks, 5 weeks in a row now, if not longer. So I just need to sort this out, really. But I appreciate you coming nonetheless. The never-ending task of sorting bulk. Absolutely. I'm about to create a 6 of Hearts t-shirt. A 6 of Hearts t-shirt? What's that for, then? 6 of Hearts t-shirt. But yes, Andrew Kem, the never-ending task of sorting bulk. You know it. You know this thing. It's a long-winded process. But it's cool, especially if you go back on sets that you haven't looked at for a while. I know Dynasty is fairly new, but it's cool to look back on some of the cards that might not even see play, like Spectral Rider. Do we ever even see that? And it's just like, it just begs the question, just like all of these cards that come out in these sets, we only look at a few of them for decks that are already established. So what happens to everything else? Is it just building towards other things in the future? Because some of these cards are just like, nah, they're not very good. They're not optimal. They're not the best. They're not the best slot on the deck. So yeah, get rid of it. It's just rubbish. I mean, yeah, I know you can play it in sort of like UPF and other things, but at the moment, people just don't give their cards the time of day unless they're ridiculously optimized. So what happens to them all? What happens to all of these cards? Where do they go? What's their function in the grand scheme of things? Like Blessing of Ingenuity, I guess. I guess that's like Hyperdriver Mechanoid deck, isn't it? I guess searching for Hyperdrivers. But kids school are going to see Alice in Wonderland at the theatre. Oh, nice, lovely. So you're creating shirts for them to be absolute ballers at the theatre. That's quality. Nice one. We fully kitted out in Alice in Wonderland merch. I know it's not related, but that Alice in Borderland is supposed to be quite good on Netflix. I haven't watched that yet. It's supposed to be quite good, isn't it? I think there's 2 seasons now as well. I haven't watched it, but apparently it's supposed to be quite good. Alice in Borderland. That's the real question now. Since this isn't a draftable set, we can't fall back on the draft chaff answer. No, exactly. Exactly that. Draft chaff just doesn't exist. So what are these cards doing, you know? Like Withstand. The next time Guardian offhand defends, it gets +6 until the combat chain closes. Cost 2. I guess that can block go tall attacks, but it's just very niche, isn't it? I guess that's what's kind of good about the supplementary sets, is that they can go through and go down lines that they wouldn't have necessarily explored in draft sets. But at the moment, a lot of this is just chaff, because nobody wants to play, or nobody seems to be interested in the social or casual formats as much as potentially me and other content creators that shine a light on it do. That's the problem. A lot of this is just garbage that you just don't use or never build with. Will that change with PvE? I don't know either, is the answer. I don't know. You should give that show a watch. Very enjoyable. Yeah, I know. I've heard a lot of good things about it, but I just haven't had the time to do it. But it is definitely on the list of things to watch. I'm hoping the dwarf on the Forged for War card. Oh yeah, that'll be sick. Yeah, absolute dwarf just cares about the offhand situation. And maybe he can attack with his shield as well. You can use your offhand as an attack with Go Again or something. Something that actually gives you a payoff for building around the shield. That would be quite cool, wouldn't it? It's like cards like this as well, like Blessing of Steel. It's like a set-up warrior card that costs 1. It's just like, why would you use that? Why would you play with that? A set-up attack warrior card. It's strange. If anybody knows the answer, by all means let me know. But it just doesn't seem to be. I'm thinking of building a Dorinthia deck as well because of the fact I pulled Brayforge Bracers recently. I am thinking about it. But we'll see. We will see. I can see there's viewers in the chat that haven't liked the video, so if you could do that, that'd be fantastic. I think the shield-based Guardian would be cool when we finally get that character. I'm hoping for the Dwarf. Oh yeah. I'd like armor repair built into a hero. A real fatigue endurance would be good tank in PvE. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. More of those cards that sort of remove counters from your equipment, especially if that equipment retains those counters from like dungeon to dungeon or something, and you need a card that sort of takes that off as a longevity thing or a fatigue thing, like you said, could be quite good. Because if your equipment and armor gets worn down over the course of a normal 1v1 game, if you're doing like a dungeon crawl or something, those counters that stay on your equipments should stay on your equipments for the entirety of the run, because until you go back to the town or whatever it is to repair them again. Or at least that's how I would think that they would potentially do it. Or maybe there isn't like a town phase where you go back to the town and recruit cards and deck build your deck a little bit more. I play a lot of deck builders, and that seems to be the thing. You go out on a run, like Dark Souls card game, the game that I'm creating at the moment as well, the Crystal Wars game. There's a space where you go into like a dungeon, and then you go back to a town or like a safe space, and then upgrade your things, and then recruit more cards into your deck, and then heal yourself and all that sort of thing. So yeah, it will be interesting to see where they go with that sort of thing, or whether it's just like a one-off that you play once and then you just fire up a new one sort of situation. But we'll see. Would be cool to get everyone's thoughts and opinions on what they would want to see in PvE. How would you want it to work? Is there anything that you've played that you think it should borrow ideas from? I've heard a lot of good things about the Arkham Horror card game. I haven't played it, and that surprises me because I love the Eldritch. Eldritch Horror is one of my favourite games ever. Absolutely love the Eldritch Horror games and the Cthulhu mythos in general. But yeah, that's one of the games I need to actually get round to playing. But none of my friends really, the people that used to be in my friend group, they only play Commander now. They just don't make time for anything else. It's just like boring. Switch up your games, mate. It's just, yeah, switch up your games. I mean, I'm down for a Commander game every now and again, but seriously, get some variety. Variety is the spice of life. Are you going to reveal more about the Crystal game over time? Yes, Andrew Kerm, I will be. At the moment, yeah, there's a lot of things being fleshed out about it, but it is a deck builder. It's not a TCG, so it is just an out-of-the-box play situation. And it's a cooperative game as well, so you play with people rather than against. And yeah, it's looking to be very, very cool. Everything I want from a board game, just a big sprawling mess of a game where you customise your characters, build their decks around what you want to see. But yeah, it's going to be good fun. And I've already got a bunch of playtesters sorted that are happy to go through the first run or the first sort of idea with me when we get to it. But yeah, it's going to be good. I don't know to what extent it's going to be released. Whether it's just like a fan-made thing for people that enjoy that similar stuff. I can make it available to people. Of course, I've got an audience. I've got people that are interested in similar things to me. So I'm hoping that obviously those people will play it and give their feedback on it and all that sort of thing. So it will be made available to a lot of people before I actually even think of even going down the route of potentially publishing and expanding with it. But yeah, there'll be print and plays and all that sort of stuff. But it's a deck building game. So I am going to be testing it online as well with a few people. And I'm going to be sending them the decks for the characters that they've chosen to select. So I've made the characters already. There's quite a few characters that you can choose from. And the people that are involved with this, I've already selected their characters that they want to be. So it's just a sense of creating all the cards and sending them the decks to play with me online. And that will probably be recorded as well, the playthrough. And then it will probably be made available to people that are in the Discord to watch and maybe give their feedback on as well. And even potentially play it themselves. So yeah, look out for that. Absolute rant I just went on. Jesse Ord, thanks for the Christmas card. My wife was confused when it came in the mail. I'm building my first Azalea deck after starting to play a month ago. Also happy to be along for the ride. Absolutely, Jesse. Yeah, thanks for signing out the filling out the form. It's good to sort of get these little Azalea things to people, get people playing Azalea, spreading the love of our Supreme Leader, of course. And if there's any... Are you in the Discord, Jesse? Are you in the Discord at the moment? Because there's an Azalea cult in there. As you know, the Azalea cult. There is a whole section in there which is dedicated to Azalea talk. So there's quite a lot of chat going on there all the time. So worth joining Discord if you haven't done so already there, Jesse. But no problem at all. Where are you from, by the way? And thanks for joining the chat today. As you can see, it's just a chilling out stream today. Sorting out this Dynasty bulk. I hope to see it in the future, Super Mario Black Tiger. Yeah, well, it's going to be good. There's going to be a lot of people seeing it, that's for sure. You're definitely one of them, because you're a patron of the channel, so you get first dibs on all the stuff that we're doing on the channel. You know, outside of the channel, everything really. You live in Canada. Oh, nice, cool. I probably should remember that because obviously I sent you the card, but I sent out about 60 cards, 60 Christmas cards. So I'm not going to remember everyone's names and stuff just yet. But thanks for popping in, Jesse. Not sure if we've had you in here before, so it's nice to see you here nonetheless. And I might as well plug another thing that I'm on. If none of you were aware, or if some of you weren't aware, I'm on the Living Legends podcast with Red Zone Rogue and Bill from Spike Feeders, and that episode was released yesterday. If you haven't seen it, it's the start of season 2, we're saying. So definitely go and check that out as well if you haven't done so already. That's on Red Zone Rogue's channel, and that includes a Canadian, which is why you made me thought of it. So we got a Canadian on there, which is Bill from the Spike Feeders. We got an American on there, which is Kel from Red Zone Rogue, and then we got me on there as the British representative. Although I don't know how much justice I do to Britain, but yeah. How can I join the Discord? There should be a link in the description box below, or I think there should be anyway. There should be a link in the description box below, which will take you to Linktree, and then you can go onto the Discord from there. But yeah, we're always chatting stuff in there, so definitely go and check that out. And this is definitely a lot quicker, this method of sorting cards, that's for sure. Assassin, Reincarnate, Goblin Reserve spoiler card. They were here earlier, just checking in. So thank you very much. If you're watching this now or in the future, thanks for checking in with us. Tempest Aurora. That's another sick-looking card from Dynasty. That looks nice. Has this been used? I think I've seen this been played on Talishar against me. The next card you play this turn with a cost 0 and arcane damage effect deals extra damage, arcane damage +1. So I guess the red and the yellow versions deal for 1 and 2 cost, or is it extra damage? I can't remember. Tempest Aurora. 2 or less arcane damage. Oh, okay. So yes, it scales with the cost. Okay. Or just click the link that Andrew has just sent in the chat. Yeah, fantastic, lovely old job. Cheers, Andrew. But But yeah, the Discord is pretty lively. And especially if you want to know about Azalea stuff, people are always chatting in there about Azalea, obviously, because it's the Azalea cult. So yeah, thank you for confirming that you got the Christmas card, and it's good to see another Azalea player. It's a good time to get to know Azalea, and the next Azalea cult episode is actually going to be a sort of how to play original Azalea video with me and Jim from Fab TCG Cards, because we don't know at this stage whether Azalea is going to be a prominent hero in the set, or whether she's going to be whether she's just going to be reprinted as she already was, or whether she was, or whether she's going to be a new character entirely. We don't know any of that yet, but we still think it could be a good idea to do like a how to play original Azalea video for everybody else that's getting into her at the moment as a result of seeing her being spoiled in the lore for the Christmas thing. So yeah, cheers Andrew for that, nice one. But yeah, Outsiders is going to be fun. I don't know if there's going to be a world premiere event for it. I'm probably not going to be able to get to it. The Q1 is a bit manic with regards to getting back to work and all that sort of stuff, so I don't think I'm going to be able to go to any big events apart from UK based ones in the first quarter, but I'm definitely going to be going to Worlds. That's probably going to be in the US again this year, so I could definitely make it down to that, but we'll see. There's other things as well that I want to go to. It's going to be interesting to see what the other sets are this year, whether it continues on with the sort of the Metrics Pits theme, or whether it's something else entirely. But I think the Metrics and the Pits are so sort of intertwined that I think it makes sense for us to go to Metrics this year as well, and have the supplementary set in the middle of the year be like the black market of the Pits sort of stuff, or yeah, so something that sort of ties both of the places together, but isn't like, it's not tied to Metrics or the Pits. It's something in between that both can access, sort of situation. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see where they go with the new sets this year. And I can't wait either way, because I just love this game. It's fantastic. Beaten Trackers, apparently they're used more than Scab Skins, or are they? It's just a more reliable Brute card. Just a more reliable way of getting action points. Or not, I don't know. I don't know, I don't play Brute very well. Even though I swore by it in Lille when I was doing the Team Sealed, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna be Brute because it doesn't take much thinking. But it does take a lot of thinking. Sometimes. Tiger or Tearing Shuko. I thought that was Tiger. I'd love to see Mysteria or Savage Lands. Yeah, exactly. That would be awesome. Yeah, Savage Lands would be very fun to see what happens there. Do you think it will be a lot of dice roll mitigation, or will it just be pure chaos set? Savage Lands would be good to see. And yeah, we'll go to all of the places. Well, we will go, not probably. We will go to all of the places mentioned on the actual Wraith map. Will there ever be other locations that we can go to? I don't know. Is there any other locations or continents that we haven't seen yet? Brute is a lot of planning what you can afford to block with and what you need to get the discard effect. Absolutely. Yeah. It's not just big dumb attacks, people. It's there's a lot of thinking involved in all the classes, really. Blessing of Savagery, Deadly Duet. But yeah, this is literally just all chaff. Every single last bit of it. Like this, like the axe story as well. Like the not even just axe story, just axe, the big axe in general. I must have said axe about 79 times there, but the axe cards in this set as well just alluded to absolute nothingness. There's just not a coherent build there at all. So does that point to something else in the next set? Do we get a Brute with a large axe in the pits, maybe? Or like a mercenary with an axe? are any of these threads going anywhere with regards to the actual cards? Like, because the Axe build is just not good at the moment. So what was the point in that if they're not going to follow it up? What's the situation with that? Do you know what I mean? A set dedicated to Demolisher would be fun. No again. Bad chain. Bad. Yeah, Runeblades just absolutely love just going wide, don't they? Although Big Boss Book Club and Discord was on about Big Vis. Big Viserai. Does that mean big attacks? Or does that mean... Because that's kind of what I used to do. I kind of used to do like a mid-range sort of Viserai that was cranking out quite a few, not massively wide turns, but like a big chunky attack with a load of rune chants going off, and then a build up, and then a big chunky attack with loads of rune chants going off, sort of situation. That's what I used to build back in the day. I might revisit Viserai again in the future, but my main love is obviously Ranger. Everybody knows that by now. Skyfire Lanterns, like those sort of cards as well. Like, what are they even doing? Reveal the top card of your deck. If it's yellow, you get a rune chant token. Go again. Cost nothing to play. Just like, why would you want to use that? I just don't understand. I just don't get it. Who knows? Chain back from the dead. Absolutely. Absolutely. That would be sick, wouldn't it? Undead Chain. Well, I spoke to James briefly when we got the Regicide map. So obviously he was meeting people at Worlds, and I spoke to him about Chain, and he said that there's never going to be another Chain. There's never going to be another hero that can use their own life for advantage. There's never going to be another hero that does that. Because he said, obviously his favourite card, his favourite Magic the Gathering card, sorry, is Necropotence. And there was never another Necropotence. There was never another card like that. Well, Griselbrand was like that in Magic. You pay 7 life, draw 7 cards. So maybe he was wrong in that situation. But from a Flesh and Blood perspective, there's never going to be another hero that mitigates their own life for benefit, because in Flesh and Blood you have 40 life. So it's a massive amount, isn't it? It's the same as like Magic the Gathering in Commander. You start with 40 life. So using cards that mitigate your own life for benefit is very powerful when you have access to a load of that resource pool, right? As much as I love that style of play, I just don't think it should be done going forward. I don't think. As much as I love it, as much as I love living life on the edge and taking my own life for benefit, even James said that obviously it's not going to happen again. That normally means go against with my Bravo life. Deck, adding new cards to the class without providing more bullshit, swarming Gloomveils, Revening Rueblood. Yeah, absolutely. Griselbrand is a big investment. You still need to have the life to pay that total. Necropotence is able to sculpt the situation. That's right, yeah. So if you can't pay the original cost of 7 life, if you're at less than 7, you can't get the effect because you can't physically pay the cost. So yeah, Necropotence was just pay 1 life, exile a card, draw that card at the end of turn, basically. So yeah, you can still get more from it, which is why it's so broken. But awesome in Commander. I do love that card. It's very good. In my old school Demon deck, which is up there on the shelf. You can't see it, but it's up there still. Haven't played it in months, but it's still up there. I was actually speaking to, well, I tweeted out the other day, I said, I tagged Jim and Bill and the Spike Feeders, and I was like, if I come to Canada, can I get on the Blade Break show and do some Commander games? And they were like, yeah. So maybe a trip to Canada is in the works. Because that's definitely somewhere my girlfriend would go with me, because there's a lot to do there and a lot to see there. But while I'm over there, I could also do some guest appearances on Spike Feeders, which would be awesome, I think, for Magic and Flesh and Blood. So yeah, that could be a thing this year potentially. Got Yoji. But yeah, it could be a thing this year. Oh, Yoji is a Majestic, so we didn't put him anywhere special. Yoji. But yeah, Canada could be a nice place to go. Could be a nice place to go. Has anybody been to Canada before? Who's in the chat? Who's lurking? Has anybody been? If so, whereabouts? So I've heard there. There's a lot of lakes there. I actually flew over Canada on the way to San Jose, and I was just like, wow, this looks sick. Like flying over Vancouver and stuff, it just looks awesome. Like little islands and that, it just looks really, really nice. I could be completely wrong, but I've heard lots of good things. Shared my t-shirt designs from last year and this year in Discord. Oh, nice. I can't look at it right now, but I will do. Absolute Alice in Wonderland t-shirts. More Crouching Tiger tokens that look quite nice. Thank you very much to everybody who's liked the video. It's now up to 6 likes, which is the same as the concurrent viewers in the chat right now. So thank you very much for doing that. Helps the visibility and all that sort of thing. But I figure that these sorts of streams, they're not really going to be rewatched. I don't think. It's mainly just for people that are doing stuff in the moment. I don't think these videos really do well, apart from just doing the stuff in the moment. But what we need right now on the channel is watch time. So streams are better for that, aren't they? Because people can just put the stream on while they're doing their own thing, just chill out, relax, and help me get the watch time. So it just makes sense for me to do more streams when I can to get that number up. Plus, all of this work needed to be done, so it's just nice to have people in the chat chatting away, talking, giving their opinions on things, and just doing this rather than doing it on my own, which is nice. So I appreciate it. Thank you very much. I found that the streams make for good white noise while I need something in the background. Absolutely. Absolutely, yeah. White noise is the thing. I actually listen to white noise. I'm not even joking. I listen to white noise to calm myself down, to relax. When I go to sleep, I actually put white noise on. Like fan sounds, rain sounds sometimes. Fan sounds are the way to go at the moment. Just like literal white noise. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is at all. I've googled it before, but I cannot remember what the people were saying. Like why people enjoy white noise. I think it's just a way to drown out invasive things. But yeah, I just found it a great way to just chill out. I can't sleep in silence anymore. I just can't do it. I don't know why, but I just can't sleep with nothing going on. Yeah, it's a weird thing. I don't know what it is. Maybe it is a strange phenomenon that some people just enjoy noise all the time. I'd love to know what that is about. Apparently, it's linked to being in the womb or something, like hearing the blood, like hearing the activity in the womb, like around you. I think maybe that's something to do with that. But yeah. Cool, so that's all the cards sorted out for the Dynasty boxes that I had. There's a few more things I've got on the side here which I'll sort through as well in the meantime, but that was nice and easy. So I'll just stack those up and then put them in the respective places later. White noise is cheaper than alcohol to shut the worry and screw the back of my mind up. Exactly. Yeah. All the stacks of the classes were pretty much the same sort of sizes, but obviously the assassin one was more because obviously you had an assassin slot in Dynasty, which made sense. So the assassin pile was double the size, but that is all sorted out from those two boxes, so I can put those in the respective piles later. Just make sure I don't drop them everywhere now. That was a bad idea, wasn't it? That was a really bad idea. I'm probably not going to stack them up on top of each other like that. It's not a good idea. It's not a good idea at all. Yeah, exactly, yeah, so close. I could have just literally undone the entire work I just did there by stacking them all on top of each other. I bet the viewers were like, what's he doing? Why is he doing this? Why is he stacking them all on top of each other? What a bad idea. MyOSD had me sorting by set number after getting the classes sorted out. Yeah, I don't do that. I just chuck. I've got big long boxes in the corners. You can't see them at the moment, but I've got big long boxes in the corners that are just sorted out by classes. I don't sort them out any further than that, really. There was one time when I got all my cards out and then put them into the piles of what the card name was, but I just don't think I'll do that, to be honest. How does everybody else sort their cards out? Because for me, it's just classes. No real order apart from that, really, to be honest. Okay, so that's that. We're not going to stack them all on top of each other this time. Just going to move them over here quickly. But yeah, this is just pure white noise while I'm sorting out and moving this stuff over here. Pure white noise indeed. I've got a box of Tales of Aria to do now, which I opened up the other day, which is in a pile there. To move these bloody wax melters out of the way. Got bloody wax melters over here. Wax melters make the room smell nice. That's a Majestic. I'll leave that there, so we can put that in a folder. I stack them alternating facing each other. It's hard to type what I mean. I sort by class and keep a playset of each class in a binder of cards. The rest go into old booster boxes. Yeah, that's a good idea. You know, if you've got a playset of each thing in a folder, at least you know you can build. You can build whatever class or whatever deck you want to build by taking them out of that folder, as long as you put them back once you're finished, sort of situation. So, just put Yoji at the back here. But yeah, good idea. There we go, move that out of the way. So yeah, this is the Tales of Aria box that we opened the other day, so we'll get rid of this pile. So this comes in loads of different variations, doesn't it? Elemental, ice, and all that sort of shit. So we have to do that now. Ice, elemental, earth, ice, elemental rune blade, lightning, earth, lightning press foil, which is a little bit morphed. Earth, elemental guardian, elemental ranger. Okay, rune blade, guardian, elemental ranger. Singing Steelblade. But another card that's just like draft chaff, isn't it? Singeing Steelblade, Runeblade, just generic Runeblade action. Elemental action. Ice. Lightning. Polar Blast. That's ice, isn't it? That's elemental, that's ice. Lightning Surge. It's always a good one. Red Lightning Surge is always nice in Lexi, I guess. Or draft, anyway. 0 for 4 go again, as long as you play it from the arsenal, which is pretty much normally what you do. Just generic Guardian. Icequake, Arcanic Shockwave. Glacial Footsteps. This is just an absolutely horrible card in draft. You just get absolutely rinsed with that one. absolutely rinsed. Entangle, Chilling Ice Vein. Lexi is just hard to play in draft. I tried doing it the other day, and it's just like the first pack I had was Pulse of Volthaven. So in my head, I was like, I'm going to try and force Lexi. So having a Pulse of Volthaven there, which is a nice little combat trick. Plus, it can turn on like Bolt and Shots for go wide, and forcing on hit effects through because you can play at instant speed. It's quite nice. It's like a glorified Rain Razors. At least I think that's what it does. I'm not a Lexi player, really, but I remember. I think I remember that rightly. Don't know where it is now. This is just a folder full of random stuff. I think it's in here. Can't remember where it is. But at least I think that's what it did. Does anybody else remember off the top of their head what it does? Pretty sure that's what it does. I don't know where it is. Must have misplaced it, and maybe it's in a different folder. But yeah, I think that's pretty much what it does. But I was just like, yeah, I'm gonna be Lexi. So that was a cool card for Lexi, really, because it affects all of her things. And I kind of knew that the people that were sat to my left and to my right were not going to be playing Ranger, so they were passing me all of their Ranger cards. But they still weren't great in comparison to what you could be doing. Like Ball Lightnings and stuff like that. I picked up a few Pulse of Volthaven gives +4 to the next attack. Is it an instant? It's an instant though, isn't it? It is an instant, right? Oh, +4... So it's an action then. It's a pulse action, is it? Oh, it's not a combat trick. Oh, I see. Okay. I thought it was an instant. Which one is an instant then? One of the pulses. I think one of the pulses is an instant, isn't it? Oh, so it's not like Rain Razors. Okay, I got that wrong then. That's a shame. But still, when it came up in my hand, I played it. I did play it first. I didn't play it as an instant. It is an instant that your next. Oh, okay, yeah. So if you played, it's not like Rain Razors where the effect just happens. Lightning Press is the instant. Oh, okay, yeah. Maybe that's what I'm getting confused with. I definitely had Lightning Presses in there as well. That makes sense. Welcome, Andres, to the chat. Hope you're doing well. Again, we're just going to be chilling out and just sorting out the Tales of Aria box that I cracked the other day. But we're just literally discussing Pulse of Volthaven and the fact that I chose that in my first draft pack when I was playing Tales of Aria the other day because it was good for Lexi. But yeah, the chat is correct. Rain Razors is better for Blanket because you need to go wide to make that as good as Pulse. Yeah, absolutely. It's not like if you play Bolt and Shot from your arsenal, just with no buffs. You can't Pulse or Volthaven it to give it the buff to give it go again like statically. You can't do that because obviously it says your next attack, so it won't affect the Bolt and Shot that's currently on the chain. So you can't use it in that way, which is how I use Rain Razors sometimes. I'm like, yeah, I'll shoot with this. And they're just like, okay, no blocks. Okay, Rain Razors. Now it's a 5 with go again if it hits reload. Reload a card. Play another Bolt and Shot, which is buffed, or a big arrow that's buffed. So yeah. I put that in the wrong pile, haven't I? For fuck's sake. Been putting Runeblade cards in the Guardian pile. But yeah, Rain Razors is one of my favourite cards. The next Living Legends podcast is going to be our favourite cards of the year. So yeah, you can bet your bottom dollar that there is going to be a Rain Razors on my list. That's for sure. I do love Rain Razors. It's very, very good. Just a shame it doesn't block for anything. Even if it blocked for like 2. But I guess, is that too powerful? Probably not, Probably not. Overflex. It's a good card. Shiny Entwined Lightning. It's quite nice. Red one. Ragamuffins hat. Rites of Lightning. Another card which is just chaff, right? No instant card blocks. Yeah, that makes sense. Inspire Lightning, like Lightning Fusion. If it was fused, deal 2 arcane damage. It's just like, who is that designed for? Inspire Lightning. It's a very strange card. Very strange card. Rosetta, garbage. Blue Lightning Surge, probably not very good. Weave Earth. Flash. Again, the next action card you play as turn with cost 1 or greater gains go again. So a lightning card that gives other things go again. Like, has that ever been used? I've never seen that be played before. It's, on the surface, it seems quite good. You know, giving anything go again. But you need to be a lightning hero, which at the moment is only Lexi and Briar. So it's not gonna. It's only going to be Lexi soon, really, isn't it? Because Briar's going to go away. So the only lightning hero is going to be Lexi, which is just a bit sad as well, isn't it? Like, you know, the elemental stuff. The elemental stuff. A lot of their heroes are becoming LL because it's just too good. Bravo, gone. Briar, soon to be gone. Oldhim is just ridiculously good. Ranger just always struggles anyway, regardless, but... And I think, isn't like the meta... I don't really take notice of it that much, but isn't the meta just all talents? All talented heroes, most of the time? Apart from Dash? Just goes to show, doesn't it, like how much a expanded card pool can really do you well in this game. I don't think Briar will be going away this year. Great. I mean, does she really gatekeep anything else though? Does she... Is it nice to have her there to a certain degree? Is it nice to have her there? Is it nice for Viserai to be able to use the Rosetta? Probably not, but... I'm quite slow on this sort because there's so much variety going on. I mean, I'm an Azalea player. I'll be taking Azalea to Leeds. And if I encounter a Briar, I'm like, okay, this is one that I could potentially win. But I need to have the lines there. I need to have the disruption there in order to do it. And that's why the more I think about it, I think... I do not agree with talented heroes being everything. Viserai is great. Bravo on-demand dominates, disgusting. Dash is just stupid. No, it's true. Yeah, there's still a few contenders out there with that have just the original thing, and that's what I like. You know, I think it should go the opposite way. Like in the future, I think it should reward heroes that only have the one thing. Like a reverse talent almost, so you have to be just a ranger in order to get some good stuff, or you have to be just a rune blade. You can't be a talented rune blade to get some stuff. I made a video about this a while back actually. I don't really do those videos anymore, but yeah, I think that could be quite a good idea, like doing reverse rewards for characters with lesser card pools. Am I coming to Belgium? Probably not. Quarter 1 is quite chaotic for me when it comes to financial situation and just organising things around the first quarter back in the office is quite difficult. So for a quarter 1 trip is just not going to happen, unfortunately. But I will be going to Worlds. That is definitely on the agenda. and then maybe some summer, maybe a summer thing somewhere. We'll see. We'll see what Japan's doing. We will see what Japan is doing by the time summer comes around, and then decide what we want to do, because that's definitely a place where I could take the girlfriend as well. She'd want to go to that. So I can sort of combine the two to a certain degree. Canada is also on the list because I reached out to the Spike Feeders and I said, oh, can I get involved with some videos like Flesh and Blood and Magic? And they was like, yeah. So I think I may use that as an excuse to go to Canada again, which is another place where my girlfriend would like to go. So killing two birds with one stone situation, rather than just going to random events. Going to obviously the Leeds thing, the Leeds Battle Hardened, which should be fun, but I think Arachne is going to be evil. The ability to screw the opponent's plans is nasty. Just need some more tools. Yeah, I think disruption in general needs to be more of a thing. More of like not like a horrible ice situation. I mean, ice is not too bad. Ice on its own is not too bad. It's when it's combined with fucking wizard when it's horrible, right? Flashing out a channel lake. You know, it's just like, okay, I just won't take a turn then. Like on my turn, I just won't take a turn. You know, I don't mind disruption as long as it's coming from your opponent on their turn. But when they're throwing things in the mix that just don't allow you to play, is tough. It's a tough one. I just don't think it's very interactive. Whereas like on hit effects and that sort of thing are more like interacting. And more of like how a game of Fab should be played, rather than Wizard shenanigans. I think Wizard was just not a great class to put in Flesh and Blood in general. I don't think it's a good idea playing at instant speed. I just don't think it's a good idea at all. I mean, the whole sort of mechanics of Flesh and Blood, like the windows of opportunity and stuff, are very small. But with instants, it's not the same. The window of opportunity is literally any time your opponent does something. It's just like, for God's sake, fuck off. Essentially. So I understand. I'm lucky that I planned out with my girlfriend last year. Hope World's in Europe. Yeah, I don't know whether they're going to do that or not though. I think the US is still the ultimate consumer, so I guess they have to do it over there because that's just where all the consumerism is. Without the US, Flesh and Blood wouldn't be where it is now. That's the thing. The US is the biggest player in these sorts of things, I think. Europe as a whole is just like a smattering of loads of different countries, loads of different rules, loads of different things, regulations. Whereas the US is just the US. They can hit it all at once, and it's just a massive audience there. So I can see why they do it. So the March Ohio trip is out then. While that sucks for you, that makes my planning easier. So there isn't anything set in stone for that yet. I haven't heard anything about that yet. But yeah, I haven't heard anything about it, so I'm assuming that it's not happening. The Realm Games did announce on Twitter the other day that they're doing a Realm Games Invitational at the end of the year. So I should be going to that depending on what the dates are. I might even combine it with Worlds or something like that. It just depends on what the dates are, really. Worlds is the be-all and end-all, I think, of the trips that I want to make. So yeah, I'll definitely be going to that, wherever that is, in the US. I'm sure it will be in the US as well. And then yeah, I guess we should have to work out what other events there are. But this just doesn't help with the... They don't help the situation for people that have jobs and stuff by not giving us a roadmap. They just don't help the situation, do they? I know it's hard to organise these things, but if we knew at the start of the year what was going on and where, that would make it easier for everybody who is working a normal day-to-day job, right? The fact that they don't do that makes it harder for us to plan these things. So it's just one of those things that we have to deal with at the moment, while the company is still, the company is still young, they're still evolving, they're still outgrowing their current sort of facility in-house. They just can't deal with it as much as maybe as we would like. I need to attend an event this year, likely in this country due to no passport. Is it not something you're going to sort out then, Andrew? Did you not want to get a passport, or are you just unable to? I was lucky. I got mine sorted just before I needed to go to the US this year. I got that sorted quite quickly. It's actually quite a quick turnaround, actually. And yeah, I just love travelling. It's just one of the things that I absolutely love doing. So if I'm going to go to an event, I'd rather it be like somewhere other than England. If I'm going to travel to somewhere, I'd rather it be somewhere else rather than the UK, because the UK is pretty much the same everywhere, really, unless you go to like Scotland or somewhere like that. Ice there. And I like travelling as well because it allows me to do the vlogs and stuff. I still haven't even released the ultimate cut of the San Jose yet. I'll need to do that at some point, but there'll only be a few select people that watch it. But it'll be good for the watch hours if people actually watch the whole thing in like multiple sittings. But yeah, it's there. It's in its raw form, just one video after another, just stacked one after another. So it is there. I just need to release it, basically. So a couple more cards to go from this box, and then we'll probably attempt to do these random cards here. There's a load of Uprising boxes. There's also a load of random cards here. They're in sleeves and all sorts. I don't know what those are. Probably nothing spicy. They wouldn't just be lying around if they were spicy cards, but we'll see. Let's get through this and then see what's going on. Loved the Game Store vlog. Looked like a lot of fun. Cheers, X Factor Gaming. Thanks for chipping in. Raven X Shadow as well, and a couple of other chat members that haven't said anything yet. Thank you very much for being here. Not sure whether you were lurking or whether you were just only said something up until now. But my last vacation before pandemic was to UK Scotland. It was amazing. Yeah, nice. Favourite place was Edinburgh. Yeah, I had a chance to go to Scotland. My cousin was getting married there. This year, but I had to go to Worlds instead. I couldn't do it. I had to choose between one or the other, and I chose Worlds. And they were like, "That's fair enough. That's fair enough." So, yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah, maybe I'm a bad person for that, but who cares? You have to do what you have to do, right? But yeah, I've heard Scotland is very nice, and a few people in the Discord are sort of originate from there and have been there quite a few times as well. So yeah, I definitely want to go down there at some point, like the Isle of Skye and all that sort of thing. Just looks really, really nice. But yeah, it's just like, as well, because I don't drive, I feel like I may as well spend money on going somewhere else, going somewhere foreign, than spending money on going to somewhere else in the UK, which will be probably the same price on the bloody train, because it costs ridiculous amounts now these days to get on a train in the UK. Just been lurking while I'm working. Lurking while I'm working. Fantastic. Well, hopefully you do some more lurking while you're working at other points in our streams as well. Thank you very much for being here. Yeah, thanks for having the stream on in the background while you are doing that. Isle of Skye is overrated if you ask me. It's got nice views if you climb the hills, but kind of barren. No, yeah, that makes sense as well. As long as you if you climb up somewhere and get a nice view, then that's good. But then apart from that, it's just highland and grass and stuff. I mean, I guess unless you find like a certain location that has like cascading waterfalls or something, it might just be that. It might just be barren. So yeah, that makes sense as well. Loch Lomond was better than Skye. Loch Lomond. Never been there. Never been to Scotland, but happy to take recommendations for the future. That's for sure. But I know a lot of people have. So yeah. After joining the wife, watching QI. Catch you later. Cheers, Andrew. Thanks for popping in, mate, and have a nice evening. I'm about to do the same. Not a wife yet, but there we go. Cool. So, but yeah, traveling is fun. Traveling is great. I absolutely love it. So it's not everyone's jam, but I thoroughly enjoyed traveling to San Jose this year. Even though I was on my own, I knew that I was meeting a lot of people there that I'd met on the internet, and it was very exciting. It was a very amazing experience. So I can't wait to do it all over again this year, and meeting other people that I have not met yet, like Bill from the Spike Feeders. You know, 1/3 of the Living Legends podcast. I'm going to be meeting him this year, whether that's in Canada or at Worlds. It will be one of the two. So yeah, another Lightning Surge foil. But yeah, if they do another event in sort of France or something like that, that could be quite good. Something local, but maybe in quarter 2 or 3, that could be doable. Another like Europe trip could be quite doable. There's a tiny place called Fairy Pools. Yeah, that's what I've seen. That's the pictures that I've seen. Like the Fairy Pools is what I've seen. That's one of the major sort of things of Sky, isn't it? Oh, check out the Fairy Pools, crystal clear water, waterfalls, and all that stuff. Cool. So that's all that. So that's all elemental stuff. I might have enough room to just to see what's in these piles here, just next to me, in no particular order, just piles and piles of cards. That's all tokens, Ranger and Guardian. Don't know what these are. Couple of blitz decks there for Uprising. Got a load of Uprising to go through. That's not going to be done today. That's just too much Uprising. I'll have to do that another time, maybe next week. But by the looks of it, these are just what's foil Nimblism, very bent. Oh goodness me! Look at that. That's horrendous. That is horrendous. Look how bent that is. You can't really see it. Oh god. Maybe this is just a pile of cards that have been left out in the open. Because yeah, these seem a bit dented. Oh no! Look at that! Oh no! You see that? Look how bent they've gone. Look at that! That is awful, isn't it? That's definitely foil, so right? Yeah, that's awful. That's why I like History Pack, because it doesn't happen to that. It doesn't happen to them like that. Look at that card stock, it's awful. Look how bent that is. That's shocking. Oh wow, look at that. It's like a bloody Pringle. That's the thing as well, is if you have these cards together, if you have foils with non-foils, it then morphs all of the other cards around it if it does curl due to like cold weather or something. We did have a cold weather spout, and this studio isn't the warmest, so maybe that's what it is. It's just morphed cards. That's not nice. Once they're in sleeves, they go back down. That's true. Yeah, that's the fate of foils that sit in moisture. Too many of mine are small. I need to sort them out and sleeve them. Yeah, it's not good, is it? Fab Kiwi, you're still here. Awesome. Too many of mine are similar. Oh yeah, I just read that out. Never mind. Right, so these are loads of ice binds. Loads of these are all sorted into named cards like Eisenhower Weathervane, Cold Snap, Arctic Incarceration. So I must have sorted these already. They're all named. They're all in the right stacks and all sorts. So those are actually sorted already to a certain degree. They had two red Nimblisms randomly on the top. Very strange. Don't know what that was about. But yeah, these are all sorted already. Icebind, Polar Cap. These are all Elemental Wizard, right? So these are all Icelander cards from Uprising, which are all sorted already. Okay, that's fine. They're all sorted already then. Some of them are bent to fuck, but who cares? Once you're in a sleeve, that will be sorted. Absolutely. You need to think about double sleeving cards as well, so that's all sorted already. There's a few more piles here, random piles. They might actually be sorted already, to be honest. What are these? What are these things? Some of them are in sleeves. Maybe sealed decks that I've made? Oh, okay, this is the world's fire deck I made. Okay, because they're in the Weaver sleeves. I don't know, who gave me these? I think it was Red Zone Road gave me these sleeves. Or was it Jim? I can't remember. Someone gave me sleeves to play with for my sealed fire deck. This sealed fire deck was absolute garbage because I didn't know what I was doing with it at all. But I just wasn't in the mindset to play anything else. Don't know what these are. Random, pure random. But nice sleeves though, nice Weaver sleeves that was given to me. Dragon Shield ones. So, what are these? Channel the Bleak Expanse, Majestic, just hanging around. Bent. Tome of Firebrand. Seek and Destroy. Ah, okay, these were given Crucible of War packs. What on earth? Why is this... It's random as hell. What's that? Cold Foil Heatwave. What the fuck? I don't know what these are, to be honest. I don't know where these come from. Just playing Talishar with your stream in the background. Lovely old job. Cheers, mate. Who are you playing at the moment? What class and that are you playing at the moment? Is it Lexi? So I remember making you that custom token for Lexi. Do you still play Lexi, or is it someone else now? Or are you a meta? Are you a Fi or an Icelander? What are you? Dromai? Right, those are Majestic, so I'll put those in the folder, even though they're a bit bent. Heatwave is a cold foil, so that can also go in the folder. Seek and Destroy. Oh, that was given to me by... I'm remembering now. This was given to me by Olivia. This was given to me by Olivia Gobert Hicks, this card. Because it was at the after party in Worlds. So I think it was Fab Unsealed were coming round and handing boxes to everybody that were there. And Olivia cracked one of these and was like, "Oh, you like Ranger, right? Here you go. Take this Seek and Destroy." I'm like, "Oh yeah, cheers then." So this is the one that Olivia gave me. So, bit of sentimental value, and obviously I used my tickets to buy packs, and I bought Crucible, and these were the awful packs that I was given, that I was cracked. There was no Majestics in there at all. I don't think. Nothing in there at all. No. Then there's another random pack of LSS stamped cards. So you can see these here to a certain degree. These are all for the Worlds draft. They was handing around some stuff in the Worlds draft. So as you can see here, there's a little LSS stamp on them. Little LSS stamp on all of the cards that came out of the Worlds draft pack. So that's quite cool. Nice little sentimental thing there, I guess. But all of these are just not sorted at all, and it's from like random sets all over the place. So I'm probably not going to go into those today. I'll probably just do that in my own time, and then the next stream will be sorting out all this Uprising stuff. I think just whenever I do another chilling stream. I might do an Azalea Talishar stream next week. But that's about it. That's all I'm doing for card sorting tonight, I think. A wise man says buy singles. Yeah, absolutely. A friend that went to Worlds gave me a red Oasis Respite with the LSS stamp on it, and I was way too excited. That's nice though. That's nice. It's nice to have those things, isn't it? It's just nice little bit thing different. That's different in your decks to anybody else's, you know. And it carries a story as well. That's why I like certain cards over others, because it tells a story of when you got that card, etc., etc. I think that's a massive part of the game, really. It's just connecting with what those cards mean to you in a certain way, and that's what I think you should do. You shouldn't just play a game for the you shouldn't just be playing a game for the monetary value. You should be playing a game to enjoy yourself. I mean, yes, there will always be the people that are aspiring to be Pro Tour contenders and all that sort of thing, but that is a very, very small percentage of us will ever get to that level and have that that capability and that sort of and that resource to be able to do that and travel around the world and play and compete is a very, very intense thing to do, and not a lot of us will be able to do that sort of thing. You know. A lot of us just here to enjoy the game, enjoy the characters, enjoy the lore and everything else that comes along with it along the way. Yeah, that's what going in gaming is all about. It's just enjoying the game in all of its aspects. Mainly Azalea, though, of course. But yeah, that's pretty much it for today. So I want to say thank you to everybody who's joined in. Yeah, we're doing a lot more streams at the moment, whether that's just streams like this, opening boxes, Azalea Online, just chilling out with everybody is awesome. Wherever you might be out there in the big wide world watching this, whatever you're doing, whether you're working, whether you're playing Talishar, it's nice to have this stream on in the background, so I know I'm not screaming into an open void. But yeah, our next goal for the channel is to hit 4,000 watch hours, which will ultimately mean that the channel will then become monetized, which means we'll probably get, what, a couple of cents per video, because, yeah, that's just, we're not making clickbait or anything like that, we're just being organic. Yeah, that's the next goal, 4,000 watch hours, streams help with that, so thank you very much for everybody who's joined in today, yeah, it's always good to hang out. Thanks everybody, have a good night, and yeah, we'll see you very, very soon. Peace.